today we are going to be talking about the Bronco in the room, aka Bronconfidant, aka Dark Bronconfidant, also known as Caustic Bronco, the card you see on your screen. If you have a Caustic Bronco in play and you saddle it with one of your 3-power creatures, whether that be Tenacious Underdog or Scrapheap Scrounger, or sometimes even Graveyard Trespasser on turn 3, you have a Shadow of Mortality on top, which you put there because you cast Insatiable Avarice. You attack with your Bronco. The Bronco says that normally you would take the damage, but if it's saddled, they take the damage. Pew 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 pew. See ya. Hello everyone and welcome to some more Pioneer with OTJ. This particular card has had a little bit of hype around it, mostly from Standard. There was a deck that was played at the recent Pro Tour Outlaws of Thunder Junction. It was kind of an Orzhov mid-range deck that utilized Caustic Bronco in a way that maybe people hadn't expected. So, the idea behind this card is it is ostensibly a 2-mana 2/2 that, when it attacks, you get a Dark Confidant trigger. You know, you don't have to be super comboing with it. You can just attack with it, draw a couple of cards, assuming your curve is relatively low. Not a big deal. Take 2 damage here, maybe 3 sometimes. You know, just using that card advantage to kind of snowball and take over the game in that way. Now, the Standard deck list utilized another card from Outlaws of Thunder Junction that is Insatiable Avarice. So this particular card, it is a spree card, so for a single black mana, you can pay an additional 2 colorless to search your library for any card, put that card on top. Now, what are we putting on top? So, the goal here is we're trying to put Shadow of Mortality on top, which for all intents and purposes, not going to be that castable. The most important part is the number in the top right hand of your screen, 13 black, which means it has a total of 15 mana. So the rest of the deck is ways to make that happen. So we have Thoughtseize to clear their hand of removal spells that may or may not be able to kill the Bronco. Fatal Push to ensure that we will not die to their early aggression. If your opponent plays a Monastery Swiftspear or any sort of 1 or 2 mana creature, just get that right out of the way. Don't have to worry about that. A couple of Duresses to help facilitate, to combine with the Thoughtseizes, more ways to protect your Bronco. And then past that, just a lot of creatures that can saddle the Bronco for it by itself, right? You have the Tenacious Underdog and Scrapheap Scrounger, both of which 2 mana, 3-power creatures, because the Bronco is saddle 3, which normally for a 2-drop is sort of a high cost, but there are plenty of 2-drops that allow you to do that, such Underdog and Scrapheap Scrounger. Graveyard Trespasser is a 3-drop that has 3 power that can also saddle the Bronco. Gives you a little bit of utility. Good against Phoenix because you can exile stuff from their graveyard. Hard to kill against the mid-range decks because they have to discard a card to kill it. So I think a very versatile card and one that these black mid-range / aggressive decks usually tend towards playing. Sheoldred at the top of our curve. I don't think I need to explain Sheoldred. It's a good card. It's got at least 3 power. Crew the Bronco. You see where this is going. And then an additional removal spell in the form of Bitter Triumph, which also notably, you know, if you draw Shadow of Mortality, most of the time not going to be castable. So if you're not able to cast it, you can just discard it to a Bitter Triumph, so that's kind of cool as well. The mana base, pretty straightforward. Bunch of swamps, a couple of Mutavaults, because this deck is sort of a mono black aggro deck, and you do kind of want some sort of utility lands, especially because you're only playing a monocolor deck. A couple of Hive of the Eye Tyrants, same thing. 1 Castle Locthwain, 1 Takenuma, and then an Urborg to help our Mutavaults tap for black. The sideboard, mostly stuff that you're accustomed to in the Pioneer format. Damping Sphere for Lotus Field, Knight of Dusk Shadow for Amalia, an additional copy of Duress for the control decks, Path of Peril for small creature decks and Boros Convoke, Blot Out for those pesky Vampire, Sorin, Vein Ripper players, Leyline of the Void, and Ashiok here for Phoenix, and then Ashiok also notably good against Lotus Field. That's pretty much it for the deck list. Time will tell whether or not we're going to be able to do 15 to our opponents more than once, but so we'll see how the games go. Let's get started, and I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. This song slaps. This hand slaps. Between Rakdos, Vampires, and Niv to Light, what would you think could be a better for RSQ? Probably Vampires. I don't know why, but I just think Niv's a scam. I mean, I have the props deck still built. I think it's in my bag somewhere. My issue with Heroic is, like, I think Heroic has more non-functional draws than the Gruul decks because it, like, kind of has to line up creature plus like creatures plus spells in this weird specific order, and I don't feel the same way about the Gruul decks, if that makes sense. Ayo, I don't want to play this. So I have two options. I can either take Fatal Push, let them have Inti and Jam Bronco, or I can take Inti and then time walk myself to take the push before I play the Bronco. I think I have time. I'm going to take the Inti. Could get punished, though. I just like, my hand's not really good against an Inti, so I think it's kind of the idea. Well, they type Thoughtseize bug in chat, so fuck me, I guess. Push? Alright, well, now I can't complain. Oh, ordering, by the way. I just gave them a free card. And they hit Thoughtseize. I'm an idiot. Ignore me, okay? That's the Thoughtseize bug. If you ever want to talk about a Thoughtseize bug. Ordering. I guess, to be fair, they were going to draw the Thoughtseize anyways, so they would have taken the Bronco. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. I played Heroic in an Art. For context, I played Heroic in an RSQ last weekend. And, like, I don't know, when the Heroic deck does its thing, it's extremely powerful, but it just feels like there's a lot more fail cases and a lot more ways to break up the draw. And I feel like Gruul is more just like 40 good spells and 20 lands. And I feel like the Heroic deck is like 20 good spells, and then your other 20 cards are predicated on depending on whether or not you have a specific card. So it's like, it just feels like it has a lot of dysfunctional hands, is the way that I put it. But it is, I think, arguably a more powerful deck. All right, they did take the Bronco, 07s. I guess the big question is, how the hell are we beating this Jiro in Hazoret? If they just cast it on 5, I'd probably die, right? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Okay, they didn't play on land, though. That's a good card. Was that a good draw? Ladies and gentlemen of the Twitch chat, would you say that that was a good draw step? I believe standard rotation happens in the fall, to the best of my knowledge. Worth noting, Sheoldred not rotating out of standard this year, believe it or not. We get this thing for another year, somehow. I don't know how that's possible. All right, what do you want against... What would we like to play against Jeru and Hazoret? Probably not Duress. Either August or September. I think it's one of those two. I always forget that's a website. DLKYL, thank you for the 5-month resub. Appreciate that. What a beautiful website. All right, so legal until Q4 2024. So Q4, yeah, so September. Midnight Hunt, Crimson Vow, Kamigawa, and Streets rotate. So that means that the Analyst deck is no longer playable because we lose the lands, right? I assume you can't play that deck without the fetch lands, right? I can't imagine. Yeah, Gurk goes too. Do you want Witch's Cottage to put a card on top like the Shadow? I mean, I would be more interested in that if I had ways to mill or like entomb the Shadow, but we don't have that. And on top of that, we have enough non-swamp lands like Mutavaults, Castle, Hive of the Eye Tyrant, so I think the answer is probably no, but it's not. There's maybe a different way to build this where you play all swamps. There's the new Entomb that costs 3 mana, I think. You could play that. I mean, that card kind of sucks, but you could do something like that. Thank God Domain is dead. Okay, so I guess Domain's losing the lands. Yeah, you can't play Domain without the Triomes. For sure. Bro, they are cooking. They are cooking. You have Surveil lands now? Yeah, but they don't provide 3 types, so they're not nearly as good at casting Leyline Binding. The Analyst deck is cool. That is, I guess we call that a casualty. Casualty of war, as it were. Okay, they have Jeru, Shelly, X. Jeru, Shelly, X, huh? Kind of funny that people thought the Analyst deck was just going to get completely pushed out by Rest in Peace. But it turns out that the Analyst, the Analyst decks at the Pro Tour were, like, interesting. Were very good. They had, like, good plan Bs. They also had, enough ways to blow up Rest in Peace, so. Turns out the death of Analyst was greatly exaggerated. Yeah, I mean, Rip is good, for sure. but it's not the end-all be-all. You can't just, like, sideboard 2 or 3 Rest in Peace and say, okay, you know, I've now solved my Analyst matchup. It's got to be more than that. I never really thought about an Analyst deck in Pioneer, but maybe. I mean, I think there is a possibility. There's always a possibility, but I don't know what it would look like. Like, I guess my question is, if you take the standard deck, what additions do you get in Pioneer? And that's a question that I don't know the answer to. I'm sure there are ways to improve it, but just not sure what those ways are. I guess Cobra, yeah. Cobra's like an additional Nissa. Could play the Ultimatum, I guess. Sheoldred. Croaky's played the deck and Explorer with 4 mana Omnath. Oh, I do remember he was doing that, yeah. Protect this. Alright, Shelly did. Wait, did I? Oh shit, why did I tap the Mutavault? Fuck, why did I tap the Mutavault? No, god damn it. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Because I couldn't Mutavault and Fatal Push. Yeah, it didn't really matter. The auto tapper. It didn't actually matter. Because if I animate the Mutavault, then I'm not casting the Fatal Push. So they get a turn either way. Not that I think they have outs, but they get a turn either way. $80 cards, by the way. Well, Fatal Push not great against 80 cards. So I think I will elect to mulligan. Nice. Better. Yeah, but they were at 9, right? The only reason they went to 8 is because I Fatal Push their thing, which, if I don't Fatal Push their thing, then there's not a target for the Graveyard Trespasser, right? Consider cutting lands. You sure about that? You sure about that? I have the Thoughtseize in case they have Carried. They kept the hand without Carried? Well, I mean, this is basically the same thing, right? Drowned Catacomb. Why is there an upkeep stop? Oh, because of the Sheoldred. Sure. Alright, you can have my second dog. I got 2 dogs anyways, it's fine. You got that dog in them. Lucky. What a noob lucker. Give me a land, please. That's pretty good. That's pretty fucking good, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, well, they have 2 cards in hand. And... or they have 3 cards in hand. There is only 1 unknown card. Surely it's not a removal spell, right? Surely it is not a removal spell. Why do they block? I was expecting them to not block. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked. Did they always block there? I guess I should have not attacked. I don't know. I guess the block kind of makes sense, right? Well, now this is weird, because... if I do the, So maybe the play is just Duress them, play dog, and then try to set up next turn? Yeah, I think that makes sense. Duress, play dog, settle Bronco, then set up for Avarice next turn. Okay, well, if they draw land, they're dead. So that's cool. I think the play is to blind hit. Well, I mean, I'm going to do this anyways, but... there will simply just be a shadow on top. Well, not quite.
Bruh.
Not exactly. Draw land, please. Oh, you're dead. Cool. That was nice. Oh, they go to 1? Right, they go to 1. I mean, I'm not going to not put them to 1, right? Because they get to block the Bronco. Can you afford to make them draw? I can't do both. This thing is 5 mana total. If I had 1 more mana, I could have killed them. If I had 1 more mana, I could go Avarice both modes, top Shadow, make them draw 13, saddle, attack, then deal 15, but I need 1 more mana for that. Huh. Well, now what? Now this is awkward. Attack with Bronco saddled. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this. Okay. Let me go... I mean, I'm going to deal them 15. Alright, 15, yeah. So they block I guess if they draw land, they go back up to 5. If they don't draw land, they're still not dead because they can go carried in, and then I go this thing. Yeah. That was sick. I mean, it's good, but I don't know if it's good enough. Okay, there's carried in. I mean, we did the thing. I can't be upset about that. We did deal them 15 damage. That was cool, but I think it's not going to be quite enough. I guess we just start blitzing, make them block with carried. Yeah, what's nice about the underdog is when we start paying life, we can, we can be more likely to be able to cast our shadows at some point if we pay some life down. Intro binding. Vanishing Verse. Okay. Noted. Your turn. A bit awkward. Well, we have done the thing, but again, it's not clear that the thing is good enough. We shall see. Another at 5. I think we still die, which is hilarious. I would have won this game if I just didn't attack. The turn that I attack with the dog and let them trade, I would have just won if I didn't attack. Because I had to, like, time walk myself to play the second dog before I did the thing. So I should have won that game. All I had to do was not attack. It's fine. Fatal Push out, Ashiok in. I think that's good. Path of Peril rotates where it replaces it. Well, this is Pioneer. I mean, as far as Standard is concerned, trying to think. Does Malfunction rotate? What set is Malfunction in? Malicious Malfunction. I'm sure there are other options as well. The Lead 46. Thank you so much for the 8-month resub. Welcome back to Lead. Hope you have a good day today. Appreciate you. I deploy the Scrapheap Scrounger. Now they have it curated. Oh, okay, that's fine. No, we're not playing Copter. I don't know what to play instead. Or I don't know what I would cut for Copter. The weird part about Copter in this deck is it's not the best with Bronco. Like, you can't saddle the Bronco with the Copter. So instead of playing Copter, I've decided to just go with more creatures that can actually saddle the Bronco. Because, again, if you're playing Avarice, you're a little bit more all-in on the Bronco stuff. So I think that makes sense, but it's definitely close. Alright, no removal spell for Sheoldred, please. Chose to not use Fable. I'm fucking blocking. I block. I have declared a block. So they can go Bring to Light Sunfall. But they have to Sunfall because they need to exile this. But they go to 3. So another underdog would kill them. Oh, they're just dead. Right? Because they have to go to 3. Nice. Alright, you have died. This is the second time we've Avarice for lethal today. Upstairs, folks. What's your life total at? I would like to give you 3 cards. They're all yours. It's on the house. It's on the house, buddy. All yours. Man, Sheoldred is really good against Up the Beanstalk, huh? I did think about including the Bloodletter plus Rush of Dread combo, but I thought that was too many slots. It's also really awkward that Bloodletter is a 4-mana creature that does not saddle the Bronco. So it's like when your deck is this all in on saddling Bronco, it's really difficult to include a 4-mana card that does not do that. So I do think there maybe is a different deck that is just more all in on setting up like Bloodletter plus thing. No, I can't take the Caryatid. Guess I have to take Fable. Alright, Reforged has a song request for us. Not sure what that is, but we'll listen to it. Lucker. They have like 5 untapped lands in their deck. They don't have a lot. 5 is probably, yeah. 5 is low, but they don't have a lot of untapped lands. They have a lot of Triomes. Vein Ripper does saddle the Bronco, that is true. Alright, Bronco down. 07s. 07s for the Bronco friend. I gotta keep the creature in the graveyard in case we draw Scrapheap. No salute for me. That's the Snores. How could you not salute this thing? Oh, man. Okay, this is kind of nice. Is it Meme Song Tuesday? No, we had a lot of meme songs yesterday, though. It was definitely Meme Song Monday. I guess that's a new segment on the channel, is Meme Song Monday. Welcome. Although it is Tuesday. Not exactly a Sheoldred. Bruh. I guess I'll take the instant speed one. I'm gonna beat this Omnath. Yes, Pillage is extremely good in the Niv decks. In before they drew Fabled Passage, Bring to Light. Okay, they have not located a land. I certainly have. Avarice would be a nice top deck. Sheoldred's still very good. Although I guess they have Collapse for Sheoldred. Okay. And they double spell to flip this? Come on, man. Okay, that's good. Pay 3. There's no reason to attack with the Mutavault, right? I guess... No, I guess it's fine. There is a reason. The reason, too, would be if they want to chump block with one of the Caryatids, which they might do this turn. I don't know if they will, but... There's not reason to hold up mana that much, so I think this is fine. Yeah, there's a ton of Niv on Magic Online. It's like all people play. So much Niv. Yep. Yep. 5 mana Drexa. No, it's a 6/6 Muldrifter. Do not compare it to good cards, okay? I guess Muldrifter is kind of a good card. But it is just 6/6 Muldrifter. The Scarab God, draw 2. Alright, you win. I'm off it. I'm off it. I'm good. I'm good. Cannot confirm nor deny the legality of the MTGA zone ones, because I do not know which ones those are. Thank God 60 cards, by the way. I've had enough 80 card bullshit. That was your bot for your pre-stream when I streamed. That's a good song. It is kind of a jammer. Alright, now here's the question. If they don't kill the Bronco, do we YOLO? Oh no, we just kill them, right? Alright, well, I guess we don't kill them. Surely this one's gonna stick, though, right? Surely this one's gonna stick. Oh, no, we don't kill them, because we don't have the thing to crew. Never mind. But nice fight another Black Saurus. Curious as to why they're playing Xander's Lounge. Perhaps it could just be like a way to hardcast Valki, if they're doing Jace Valki stuff. Okay, so Fatal Push this. Play Scrapheap. Saddle. Attack. Damn it! So close. We're not really close at all, but... Yeah, I've seen the deck going around. It's like... I think it was Oaf Maknamara who, I think got a trophy with it or did pretty well, but it was just like blue-black control with Jace Valki. So the weird part about casting Avarice is I have to Avarice pre-combat. Right, but if I Avarice pre-combat and put a Shadow on top and they kill Bronco before attacks, then I'm just drawing a blank card. So that's kind of awkward. Could just go for it. Kind of into it. I mean, whatever, it's fine. We're not gonna not go for it, you know? Field in play. Oh, right. Right. Huh. Right. Okay. This wasn't the best play. This was not the best play, right? Not the best play. Combat. Maybe they will not sacrifice their Field of Ruin. Fine. It's okay, we'll just hit the other thing anyways. Not exactly. Go. Alright, song request from Bumblebee Tuna. Let's see if this one's on Spotify. Does not look like it is, so we will pause the Spotify playlist to play Bumblebee Tuna's song request. Second clue. It's okay. I did this to bait the Field of Ruin to set up for the second Avarice. It's fine. This was all part of the plan. You just gotta believe. I mean, how else am I gonna bait the Field of Ruin, you know? I gotta get it out of here at some point. blue. Okay, well, if they don't have another Fatal Push, they're dead. Yeah, see, I had to get them to 15 somehow, you know? How else do you expect me to get them to 15? Alright, my turn. My turn. I mean, I'm just gonna go for it. I know that there's a good chance it doesn't work, but I can't not go for it. I just don't have it in me to not go for it, you know? I just don't have it in me. Let's go. Take 15, bucko. Boo, pew 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 pew. See ya. That was nice. This is the appropriate response. This is the only acceptable response. Was that your opponent laughing? I think it was like a hui 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 situation. I think so. All right, blue black control. Fatal push. No. Duress me. Blot me out and Ashiok me. You know, there are certainly hands that this deck produces that do not look very appealing. I will tell you that. That's as far as I'll go, okay? That's my read on the situation. Yeah, this one's better. Don't need two of those. Ever consider taking Valki with Thoughtseize? Maybe. Honestly? Yeah, I mean, good thing I cast Thoughtseize. Like, I was gonna take it. I like how we have the Disgruntled Gamer and the Disgruntled Elk in chat. This song is gas. This is a good request. When the Scrounger is part of the Scrapheap. You want to kill that one? I mean, they probably do. Just don't draw land, please? Fuck. Maybe I should just draw 3 cards this turn. You think they're playing Days Undoing? Sure fucking hope not. I can't beat it. So I think my only way out of this is take Edict and hope that we can jam Shelly next turn, I guess? I don't know. I could have taken the second Narset. I think they're gonna take the second Narset, I guess. They're just Narset flooded over there. Jesus, you're in chat. I know, I was saying that we have the Disgruntled Gamer and the Disgruntled Elk in chat. We have the whole Disgruntled family. Strangely, you sure about that? No comment. They really wanted to get my token, huh? I think there is really no point in killing Narset because they have a third one anyways. Although, I could kill the Narset and then Avarice. Is that good? It's probably okay. I think I need 3 more cards to get out of this. God, it just feels really bad, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess the good news is they can't Narset plus Event next turn, so they would kind of have to Narset into a removal spell to kill the Sheoldred, unless they just cast Event, but I kind of feel like I have to cast the Avarice this turn. As bad as this feels, because I am missing out on 4 damage, but the question is, do we tutor as well? I don't think I tutor. I think we just do this. Next song, next song, next song, next song. Turns out there is no next song. Ah, okay, that makes sense. So we know they have Deduce. I mean, I'm just going to go for the Bronco. Their hand is Deduce, Narset, Event. So if they Narset and whiff on removal, we can kill them. I mean, we put them to 1, which is basically lethal. Did I get your request? You don't have a Spotify link for me? They had a dig through time. So they have to hit, what, a 3rd Fatal Push? Well, they'll simply just miss. They will simply just not hit the 3rd Fatal Push. We can't Duress check. We don't have enough mana, right? Because we need 2 for this and 3 for this. So, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Hold. Hold. Chat, hold. Hold. Let's go. Alright, well, you're at 1. They're not dead, but they can just Extinction Event my board. But then I guess I can go Duress Sheoldred. Alright, so this is the 3rd time we've done it today. Yeah, I know. So they have Deduce Narset. It's a bit cringe. Okay. Well, we have to castle on their turn. Yeah, we have to castle on their turn. Sure. Reveals dig through time. You know, it turns out when you shuffle your graveyard into your library, dig through time, not that great. Not the best. No! Fuck. My mortal enemy. That's not good. No, they cast Days Undoing. Days Undoing. I mean, I guess we can just try to YOLO them with the Bronco, right? Why does it keep doing this? When I put a song in the queue, it just starts playing it. It shouldn't do that. Why does that keep happening? I want it in the queue. I don't want to play it. Blue. What is this? Oh, they're just going to field it now. Yeah, the saddle's 3. Okay. Well, now we can saddle. No, they can kill the Mutavault. Yeah, okay. So we need to find a 3-power creature. Unfortunately, that is not a 3-power creature. We can YOLO attack with the Bronco and try to hit... The only card that we can possibly hit is Blot Out, which we only have 2 copies of. So I guess we just wait. Oh, they're going to kill it anyways. I wasn't going to attack, don't worry. What about Thrun in Golgari? Probably fine as a one-of, because you can search for it with Huntsman's Redemption. I don't know what matchups you want it in, but probably okay. Yeah, they're just passing. I will draw a card. It's a good one. Well, I guessed it. Maybe they just won't block. What if they just didn't block, you know? Sometimes you just gotta shoot your shot. They do have cut down, which is kind of funny. They're like, 4 Fatal Push? Not enough. Give me some cut downs, too. Okay. I want to experiment more with Questing Druid, because I think that Questing Druid is too good in so many matchups. But, I don't know, it just like, is Questing Druid better than Light Up the Stage? It's close. I think they're good in different spots, but it seems weird to be splashing green and not playing Questing Druid. That's the issue. Because that card seems really good. Event Narset, huh? I don't actually care about the Valki, because I'm going to play Bronco before they can play Valki. And I have 2 things that saddle it, so I think I'm going to take the Narset, although perhaps I'm supposed to take the Extinction Event. Okay, that's kind of punishment for not taking the Valki, although we're not going to be able to set up the combo on 3 anyways. Because now, if I go 3-drop attack, they just trade. So, the trade doesn't sound that good for me. I'm surprised they didn't play Sandra's Lounge first. Why did they play Shores first? Did they misclick? So they have Lounge, Shipwreck, Extinction Events. And they took Dog. Maybe I'm just okay with the trade. Well, you see, the problem with Bitter Attack is I have to go to 15. So I guess we could gamble. I mean, it's 2-51. There's no way I'm gonna kill. There's no way I'm gonna just flip a Shadow, right? There's no possible way. All right, good. I was like, please don't do me like this. They drew another Narset. God, this Extinction Event's really awkward, but the Narset's also awkward. I have to take the Narset though, right? I have to. But it sucks because I can't play a second creature into the event, right? Playing tap land next turn? Yeah. But, like, what am I gonna... I guess just attack? I guess maybe I can give them 1 more creature. No, I can't deal 15 this turn. If I Avarice the card to the top, you need something to settle the Bronco. No, you can't do that. I could deal 15 damage, just not to the player that you want to deal 15 damage to. At any cost. Any cost. I could just draw 3, I guess. I wish I had 1 more land. If I had 1 more land, I could just tutor Thoughtseize, attack, draw Thoughtseize, play land, Thoughtseize the Extinction Event. This is really awkward. Maybe I just give them a second creature for the event. No. Alright, you know what? Let's draw 3. Because, like, we're going to lose the Bronco anyways, so I think this is okay. Perhaps they drew a counterspell. Underdog Saddle Attack. I mean, you're just okay with... Oh, well, that's the nuts. Alright, I want to say this again. Surely I'm not going to hit a Shadow off of this, right? Oh, they're going to push it? Alright, thanks. Thank you for not giving me a heart attack. No sweats here. Alright, last card's Marsh. Don't draw a 3rd Narset, please. Or Kalitas, for that matter. This? Opponent is a coward. Yeah, I know. We would have drawn... This is what we would have drawn, right? Thoughtseize. What the deuce? Should I run Duress plus 4 Cs in the 75? Probably like 6 total discard spells would be my guess. Just Duresses in the board. That I am totally okay with. I'm now realizing we deal ourselves a lot of fucking damage. Okay, they have a swamp in their hand. I mean, I'm just gonna go to 4, right? Like, alright, I'm at 4. What are you going to do about it? Have I brewed with Satoru in Pioneer? I have not yet. I don't think there's enough. I don't really think there's enough stuff to make Satoru good. Like, I'm not exactly sure what you'd want to play it with. We had an idea for, like, some kind of Cheerios style deck. Oh, they died. We had an idea for some sort of Cheerios deck where it was, like, Satoru, all of the Zero Beta artifact creatures, Beck Call. But it turns out that that deck was not functional in the slightest. Why do I feel like my chat's always behind? How much lag is there at chat? Is there a lot of lag? I'll take this. Only brain lag. Yeah, it's like 10 seconds. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't have a delay on my stream. I don't really know how there's a delay. But I feel like it's been a lot more noticeable over the past like week or so. I don't know what it is. Or maybe we're so far ahead that it looks like we're behind. Is that how that works? Wait, did they just... What? They just F6? I guess. Alright, sure. When the actor is, in fact, paid. Take your Jace. You could Thoughtseize me if you want. That's fine. By the time you read this, it will appear under Devon. That is true. That is how that works. Alright. Thoughtseize, they drew a tap lane, so this is their 4-card hand. Attack you for 6 damages. Gaunty with a deck tech. Take a look after this match. What you got for me? Gaunty has Beseech Storm V2 for Pioneer. Bronco's not a bad one. Yo, dog, I heard you like terrible combo decks. So we put a terrible combo deck in your terrible combo deck so you can combo while you combo. I don't know what that means, but it's saying content not available. Not entirely sure what that means. Alright, please don't reveal 15. That's fine. I got a 1? If you have a YouTube link, I could take a look. Like, you can try to play it on YouTube, but I don't know. Apparently it's not working on Spotify. If you don't have a YouTube link, I could just refund you your points. Or if you have a second song. Up to you. Just let me know. But I can always refund the request. Alright, push out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. How many games have you won with the mono black aggro plan? We've done the Bronco thing. Well, funny enough, we've done the Bronco thing 4 times, and I lost one of those games. Like, I lost a game to my Niv opponent after 15ing them, so not the most glowing review, but yeah, I mean, that's the idea, right? The idea is you're playing just mono black aggro cards, and you just happen to have this as a combo to race the other unfair decks, but it's not your primary game plan. Like, you're not building your entire deck around Bronco Avarice. It's just a thing that you can do, because, like, these cards are just individually powerful. This is, even if you're not setting up the 15 drop, it's still good. It draws you cards, and kind of sort of the same thing with Avarice. Like, even if you don't have Bronco, Avarice is still pretty good. It's just what's that card called? Painful Truths. So it's just a fine card. Torpor Orb is bad because everyone runs Get Lost now. Last time I checked, I'm pretty sure Get Lost cannot kill artifacts. Unless I'm stupid. Creature, Enchantment, or Planeswalkers, so yeah, that one is free from Get Lost. What's up, Dirty Old Harry? The Russian foil Get Lost, yes. I'm gonna Thoughtseize them first. Let's see what they're working with. Show me what you got, Farkas. What are you working with over there? Alright, well, I guess don't show me your secrets then. Go to combat, I guess. I don't want to let them Fatal Push the Mutavault. Let's do this. And then I guess play Ashiok to, like, disincentivize them from using Field of Ruin. Ooh, you know what? Actually, I should have milled myself. Because I could hit Scrapheaps. I should be milling myself. Okay, they just didn't play a spell. Alright, we're going to try this again. Show me your secrets. I must know your secrets. I need to know. What is this? 3 steps ahead? Counter target spell, draw 2, discard a card. Okay. Discarded Censor. Unfortunately, we did not mill any of the cards we were looking to mill. But we do have fuel for the Trespasser, so I could put them to 4 here. 1, 2. So they go to 4, and then even if they Wrath, we still have Mutavault plus Hive. Kind of just vibing. No cards in Graveyard. I'm trying to think of what they could have here. Alright, I'm going to mill myself before combat. Because I want to see if I had stuff for the Trespasser. Okay. So now we should go Animate Mutavault, go to combat. What do I think of the new Soul Land? I think it's extremely good. I don't know exactly like what the deck is going to look like, but I think that it is most likely going to see the most amount of play in stuff like Eldrazi Tron is kind of where the immediate home that I think of, because you get to play a bunch of the expensive cards, All Is Dust, things like that, and then that deck also wants to play Chalice, because the best play is just turn 1 Soul Land Chalice, turn 2 Thought-Knots here. So I think that's where it's at its best, is specifically in Etron. Outside of Etron, I'm not entirely sure. I guess Affinity can play like Mirror Enforcer and stuff like that, so it's probably reasonable in Affinity. Alright, Gigantha the Wellspring. Perhaps could be an aggressive deck, which double Thoughtseize is a little awkward against, but we'll try it out. Alright, Thoughtseize you. What you working with? Aggro deck confirmed. I will take Ensoul Artifact. But their hand's still pretty good. Their hand's really good. Too good, some would say. Give me a Bronco. So if I don't cast Thoughtseize, they're going to play Copter. But then I can just take the NT. Alright, I'm going to do this. It's much better if I draw another 2-drop next turn. I need the Gamba to go into the match so I can see if we will win before I Gamba. Yeah, that's not exactly how it works, though. I think they call that match fixing? Or something like that. I mean, I will say I have not played a ton of Ensoul, but I think this card seems a bit too slow. That's my read on it. It's probably a good sideboard card, but I'm not convinced it's a good main deck card. But it does seem quite good in post-board games. Now we can just take Copter. I can let them have Code, right? Can I let them have Code? Talking all that shit about it, maybe I have to take Code. I'm going to take the Code because at least Sheoldred is good against the Copter. That's kind of my theory. They hit a land off ANT. Yeah, at least the Sheoldred kind of sort of contains the Copter, to an extent. Not all the way, but... Why didn't they attack first? That must mean they're not discarding, because otherwise you would just attack first. So they drew a card they like. Hopefully it's not a Shrapnel Blast, because we certainly cannot beat that. Okay, we're going to discard. Discarding Steam Vents. Okay, I'm confused. I don't know why they cast this pre-combat. They should have just went to attacks first and discarded the vents, I think. What they hit? Shivan Reef. Okay. Can we beat Otawara Bounce? They go Otawara Bounce, Crew, attack, hit me for 6, I go to 3. I could draw Fatal Push. It's gotta be Fatal Push, though. Yep. They hit a Siren, too. So now they can go Siren, Crew with the Siren, hit me for 8, I got a 1. Okay, well now I have no outs. I needed them to not hit a 1-drop off that. So, yeah, I think we're dead. I think we have been defeated. Not great. Yeah, we just don't have any outs, right? So we get a 1 here. We'll take a draw step. Wait, how am I at 2? Did I not do my math right? It didn't matter anyways. Dead. Next game. Okay, Leyline bad. Ash bad. Path of Peril is reasonable. Duress is kind of reasonable. Although, I'm not quite sure what I'm cutting. I think I'm going to trim on Trespasser. Seems like my... Well, I don't know, it's weird. I kind of don't want to cut Trespasser, because if I'm bringing in Path of Peril, I kind of want to cut some 2s. What's up, Silver Label? How did my RC go with Slick Shot? Not very good. I ended up playing Heroic and not Gruul. And then it ended up going 1-2 drop. Let's do this. 7 discard spells. They're all very good against them, though. I'm pretty sure max discard spells is good. Because, like, almost every one of their high-impact cards is a spell. Smuggler's Copter, Ensoul Artifact, and Shrapnel Blast all get hit by Duress. I think you want to keep all the discard spells. You've been RCQ'd this weekend. If I had access to every single card in Pioneer, and my sole goal was trying to win at RCQ, I would probably play Vampires. That would be my call. So if you can play Vampires, probably should play Vampires. This seems good. Do you think anything from Pioneer would or should be touched in the upcoming May 13th BNR? That's a tough one because we are in the middle of an RCQ season. I think it is nearly impossible. Like, I think it's basically 0% they're going to do anything at this current time. But personally, I would not be upset to... Like, it's weird. Pioneer's in such a weird spot where it's like a lot of the same 3 or 4 decks, but I don't feel like there's any one specific card that's too good. Yeah, we're also in the middle of a shakeup with the new set and all that stuff, so I don't know. I don't think they're going to do anything now. I would not be upset to see an Amalia nerf. I don't know what that would be. I would not be upset to see like a Vampire consistency nerf, but like I don't want them to outright ban Sorin or Ripper, you know. I just want the deck to be, I guess, less potent. And I really do think that we should see an Amalia ban at some point. Maybe not now, but my big issue with Amalia is I don't necessarily like, it's not the power level of the deck, it's the fact that it's almost more so the tournament logistics than anything. That's kind of my big issue with Amalia, where it's like, it just causes all of these unnecessary draws that just shouldn't be a part of... it just shouldn't be a part of the game, you know? It's like, regardless of power level, I think just logistically, it's a deck that probably should not exist for tournament Magic. It almost feels like, okay, the way that I look at it is it's very similar to the Eggs ban. Remember when Second Sunrise got banned? Now, Sunrise may have been a more powerful deck relative to the format that it was in, but Sunrise got banned mostly due to tournament logistics. It just made tournaments take that much longer, and Amalia is the same thing, right? Where not only do you have the situations where players can draw the game by just having an unbounded loop, that's stupid, but also, it just like, the physical act of doing the Amalia combo in Paper takes forever, because you have to flip every single card individually and separate them into piles, and it's just a nightmare for Paper play. It's an absolute nightmare. They kept 7. I would probably keep on the play, but not on the draw. This one's probably a bit worse, but acceptable on 6. Just concede when they combo. I mean, but it's like, it's one of those situations where you're not always necessarily dead. So, especially if you have a way to kill the Amalia. Like, if you're specifically Blue-White Control could not care less about the Amalia combo going off. Like, it doesn't matter if you're at 10 life or you're at 100 life. Blue-White Control, like, your life total does not matter in that matchup. I guess I'll take the card that I probably can't beat. Right, yeah, same thing with Waste Not too, because you have a lot of Fatal Pushes too. Give me a 2-drop, please. Okay, not the 2-drop I was hoping for, but I'll accept. Oh my god, Fate Reforged Green-White Mirrors. Don't remind me about that. Does anybody remember? Anybody in chat remember? I think it was Grand Prix Miami, the one that Corey Baumeister won, and I think he played a 3-hour finals. Was absurd. I'm pretty sure it was Miami. Grand Prix Miami. Corey Baumeister. No, it was Corey Baumeister. You guys want to watch the finals? Anybody want to watch the Green White Devotion Mirror finals? This is an hour and 46. I think that's that might be sped up. That's like on 2x speed. Remember this one live? Dude, it was painful to watch. It was rough. Yeah, that mirror was atrocious. I played, okay, it wasn't quite Green White Devotion, but I played a Naya Devotion deck at Pro Tour Dragons of Tarkir? Yeah, Pro Tour Dragons of Tarkir. That was the last one that I qualified for in paper. And I played Devotion, and I played, I think it was, yeah, I played against, I think it was Mark Nestico. Yeah, I played against Mark Nestico at a Devotion Mirror, and we went to time in game 1. We didn't even finish game 1. It's like, what the fuck? It was so awful. Just complete and utter misery. And we were, like, playing pretty fast. The games just, it was impossible for the games to end. It was not possible. It was physically impossible. It just couldn't happen. Yeah, Mastery of the Unseen. Come on, man. Kidding me? Slow play? Shut up. Absolutely not. Alright, Corey, what you working with? Golgari, Caustic Bronco, Mosswood, Dread Knight, Trespasser, Sentinel, Sheoldred, Shadow. Don't play 3 Shadow, play 2. I would play 2. So, green gives you Trophy, Mosswood, Sentinel. Okay, I could buy that. Those cards are good. They're all good cards. It's probably worth splashing. 10. This is not the best situation to be in. You know, given that we're kind of dead. Do I have to, like, tutor for Fatal Push and just hope that I can survive? This is not great. Not great. How are they still at 20? What's going on here? Did they gain life or something? Or I just didn't attack them. Tutor Peril. I mean, it doesn't even answer the Copters, though. I guess we can Tutor Peril and hope they just never draw a creature again. Is that our only out? We have Path, but, like, again, Path doesn't kill the Copters. I guess we just have to do that, right? We have to search for Path and hope they just never draw creatures. Where is it? There it is. Alright, go. Rumor has it that you almost played Delver in a deck. I heard from a source on the inside of the Delver community. I would only put Delver of Secrets in my deck if I was perhaps gifted 5 subscriptions by a Twitch chatter. That's the only way that I would do that. So, your source might be wrong. Can you feel my... Pretty sure we are dead. Yeah, they probably have Shrapnel Blast. You said you almost put it in Profs. Shh. You're not supposed to tell him. Curd Bros. Curd Bros coming in with the 5 gifted subs. Do I smell a Delver donation deck from the one and only Curd Bros? Curd Bros says you don't have to play Delver. Well, if you want me to, I can. Curd Bros, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. That is very, very generous of you. Folks, if you didn't get one, dodged in chat. It's as simple as that. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. All right, they don't have Blast. I attack. I want to do this first so I can get damage out of Trespasser. Original Garb Dog. Thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for the Prime subscription. I know. I can't believe we drew Path of Peril. So lucky. Alright, we died. Alright, let's take a look at the Bronco deck. We picked up a 3-2. I don't know. I mean, the Bronco stuff did come up. I kind of wish that... I really don't know how to improve this deck. Maybe you can go a little bit lighter on the Avarice, where you go, like, 3 Avarice, trim a Duress, maybe a second Bitter Triumph. But other than splashing a color, I'm not exactly sure how else you could improve this deck. The traditional black aggro decks have 1-drops, right? Like Knight of the Ebon Legion, Bloodsoaked Champion, that kind of stuff. But none of those cards saddle the Bronco. So I don't think that you are allowed to play... I mean, you could, but you don't have as many things that saddle the Bronco. I guess the Knight kind of does, right? Where you go turn 1 Knight, turn 2 Bronco, and then turn 3 you can pump the Knight, saddle the Bronco, and then attack. So I guess it kind of does. So maybe you want to look at playing Knight of the Ebon Legion over like 4th Avarice, 2nd Duress, and 2 Trespassers, just to have like, you need a little bit more cheap cards, right? Maybe less land. Somebody suggested Smuggler's Copter, but unfortunately Copter is kind of weird because if you go turn 2 Bronco and then turn 3 Copter, you can't saddle the Bronco with the Copter, so that's kind of weird, but cool deck. I like the idea of playing the combo in Mono Black aggro. I'm just not exactly sure how good Mono Black aggro is in the format. But if you're watching us on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, YouTube.